on the front lines.
Yeah, so I believe that, you can't separate anything that Russia touches, whether it's Ukraine or Transnistria or South Ossetia, the frozen conflicts, right? Yep. Or Serbia and Kosovo. They are all at play. I would also argue that China, although not a conflict, is also at play. Vladimir Putin and Russia have kind of acted like puppeteers. They're pulling strings in all these different places, trying to spark fires, trying to spark fights that will take the view away from him and what he's doing in Ukraine, perhaps escalate the war, perhaps entice NATO to come in, because I think his only saving opportunity at this point, because he's losing the war, is if China will come to his rescue and to his aid, if China will provide funds, provide weapons, provide soldiers. And at this point, China's not doing that. So he needs to prove to China that there's been some escalation, which would warrant why China would come in. And to this point, he hasn't been able to do that.
So, nëse po thuhet që në arkitekturën ndërkombëtare të sigurisë, ajo çka kemi aktualisht është që kufijtë e NATO-s dy kanë Ballkan janë të ndërprerë, janë disi vija të ndërprera, pra vinë deri në Maltezi, në Maqedoni, në Shqipëri, më pas është Kosova që ka NATO-n brenda, Serbia dhe Bosna që nuk janë anëtare, dhe më pas vazhdojnë vendet e Bashkimit Evropian. A është Ballkani vatër e mundshme krize?
Look, I was stationed in Kosovo for 2 years as a defense attaché, and I flew in the war in 1999. I love Kosovo, so I'm a little biased, right? I love the country. But here's the thing, right? The reason I love the country is they don't always get it right away, but it's like making a cake and getting batter all over the place. Eventually you get a cake, and you have these Western democratic values, and they lean and they have aspirations to be associated with Western European constructs. And to be fair, those constructs, like NATO or the European Union, they reward good behavior. They reward good stewardship of national actions. And I think when we see things like this current government trying to move forward a little bit more with recognizing Serbian municipalities, magically we also see a visa liberalization policy for the Schengen. So you can see things like that where Kosovo is advancing. I would argue on the counter side, you see things for Serbia where if you continually act as a bad actor, you don't get good opportunities in these clubs. And it's good for Kosovo.
Dhe është, para se me fol për sfidat në Ballkan, është një dallim themelor edhe në mënyrën se si deklarohen politikantë. Pra, në Kosovë edhe në vendet tjera të rajonit,